Advertising, be it in the form of a pop-up ad or a television commercial, most of us find it to be annoying. Nevertheless, no company can survive within our capitalist economy without a stellar marketing campaign. It's becoming more and more important to advertise products in order to stand out in a sea of competitors, and some brands have crossed the line just a bit in the name of standing out. Today we're going to be checking out a handful of ridiculous commercials that we can't believe were actually aired. This should be a good one. So for all this and more, stay tuned right here at Wonderlane. Let's start with number 6 and a kind of racist commercial pushed out by Volkswagen. Volkswagen pushed out a commercial to promote their new vehicle, the VW Golf, and it received numerous complaints within the first day of its release. Some viewers found the 10-second video to be discriminatory against black people. The content of the commercial is very bizarre, and the accusation of racism is not far-fetched. The commercial depicts a VW Golf above which a giant white hand appears. Then there's a black man and a restaurant. The white hand pushes the man around and then flicks him into the restaurant. What seems at first glance to be just a very strange way to advertise a car becomes a bit more strange when you pay attention to the finer details of the commercial. It's already pretty sketchy to have a big white hand flicking around a minority, but the restaurant depicted in the commercial is also labeled Petite Cologne, which means little settler. Critics saw this as an allusion to the era of colonialism, which we all know was a very racist era. Initially, the automaker responded to the criticism of its ad by saying it was surprised and shocked at how the clip was allegedly misunderstood. In the meantime, however, Volkswagen has apologized for this commercial, distanced itself from the video, and announced that it would try to clarify how this could happen and draw up some consequences. Number 5, we've got Doritos, a chip company known for its bizarre commercials that often air in the Super Bowl. The commercial starts innocently enough. 2 male anglers were sitting in a boat on a lake eating Doritos when one of the men put some of the chips into the water. He attracted a mermaid. The mermaid stared at the fisherman, and it all looked like a romance in the making. But then came the unflattering twist. Instead of the two getting closer, the mermaid suddenly was depicted hung on a trophy case on the wall above the fireplace of the fisherman's home. The whole thing was meant to be funny, but it did not go down well with some of the viewers. Many critics were not able to laugh off the concept of depicting women as hunting trophies. Doritos completely shrugged off this criticism though. Instead of a statement on the video or an apology of any kind, Doritos followed up almost 2 years later when the company offered extra quiet chips for women to chew so that they could eat less loudly. You know, I love gender equality just as much as the next voice actor of a struggling YouTube channel, but that is funny. Come on. Number 3 and number 4 on our list have to do with defamation, or the putting down of one's competitor via commercial. Such comparative advertising is often legally controversial, but nevertheless generally allowed. At number 4, we've got a French McDonald's spot which provoked the competitor Burger King. With enormous expenditure and a crane, the Burger King chain constructed a giant Burger King sign at a road directly beside its own advertising sign, while the small McDonald's sign simply indicated that the next branch was 5 kilometers away. The Burger King sign provided detailed, complicated directions to a branch 258 kilometers away. The message was clear: McDonald's is always closer and easier to reach. The whole thing was accompanied by statistics on how many branches the chains have. But Burger King simply turned the tables with a clapback at number 3. The fast food chain took over the McDonald's commercial just shown 1-to-1 and then expanded on it. In addition to the signs, a couple was now seen driving past the advertising signs to McDonald's. Up to this point, everything still looked like advertising for McDonald's. But the couple in the commercial actually just drove to McDonald's to get a coffee there to be awake for the long drive to Burger King. And if that wasn't enough, for Halloween, Burger King also dressed up an entire branch as McDonald's. The message, "McDonald's is scary, haha." In other clips, Ronald McDonald, the McDonald's advertising figure, was seen secretly shopping at Burger King. And so the two fast food giants McDonald's and Burger King have been fighting each other fiercely in commercials since at least the 1980s. The commercial we're checking out at number 2 is definitely not PG, and therefore did not go down well at all with conservative viewers. In the Australian clip of a preservative manufacturer from 2013, different sizes and designs are advertised. However, instead of doing this in a serious way, as one would expect with a contraceptive, the manufacturer goes way too far for way too many people. After a couple inquired about the rubbers in a store, the saleswoman offered them the opportunity to test different versions for themselves. Scenes follow in the middle of the store, which are absolutely insane. The couple dropped all of their clothes and tested the contraceptives in front of all the other customers. Although there was not too much skin shown in the commercial, the viewer had to figure out for himself what he was watching. The Australian censors could not laugh at the clip. The free TV commercials advice department, which decides on the broadcasting of commercials, forbade this advertisement to be shown. Only in Australian cinemas was the ad allowed to be shown, and even there, only before films that were rated 18 and up. Let's move on to number 1 and a company that everyone knows, CocaCola. During the Super Bowl commercial break 6 years ago, the beverage manufacturer showed a commercial that is actually absolutely harmonious. You can see all kinds of people doing different activities on the beach, in the cinema, on the street, in an apartment, on the bus, or in nature. In the background of the spot, the song "America is Beautiful" is sung in 6 different languages. Although the video actually conveys only a peaceful and positive message, there were some viewers who found the advertisement completely scandalous. They were especially upset that the lyrics of "America is Beautiful" were sung in foreign languages, not just English. Under the hashtag Speakglish, arch-conservative xenophobic Americans demanded that the traditional song only be sung in English, and that no people of different origins and skin color should be included in such a patriotic commercial. In their opinion, these people do not belong to their country. A homosexual couple that could be seen briefly also upset some viewers, but the beverage company did not give in to the racist shitstorm and only declared that America is beautiful and Coca-Cola is for everyone. In fact, the company even followed up with a clever campaign. To defy the absurd criticism, Coke produced a longer version, which was then broadcast worldwide. So in this case, the scandal did not lie within the commercial, but within the criticism of the commercial. And that's going to do it for 6 commercials that made a few waves as they aired for the first time. Did we miss anything? What are some of your favorite weird commercials that you've seen on TV? Let us know in the comments, and as always, be sure to like and subscribe to Wonderlane for new videos just like this one every day or so.